Hello and welcome back to the Chronicles of a Gooner, the Arsenal podcast. Another brief edition coming to you from the island of Cyprus. A little bit overcast today actually, you can probably see in the background, which is not normal for this time of year. So I'm taking the opportunity to have a break from the beach before I get too sunburnt. I think I've caught a bit of colour, but yeah, still got a long way to go and lots more colour to get, of course. But I want to just talk about the Josh Kroenke interview. Lots of people sort of reacting to it and in a positive way, because whilst I don't think that the We Care Do You campaign pushed them necessarily into doing the business they did this summer, I think it's probably safe to say that a lot of that was already kind of in the pipeline. Maybe not the signing of David Luiz, because that was obviously a lastminute.com thing, but in terms of the rest of the signings and the targets, the likes of Symeou and Pepe, I think those were in the pipeline before that. But I think what the We Care Do You campaign has achieved is it's opened the dialogue, hasn't it, between the supporters and the ownership, and that's pleasing to see. I know a lot of people will say that, this is now the Kroenke's club and they're in full control, so this was always going to happen, but I don't think they would necessarily be as proactive in terms of dialogue as they have been if it wasn't for that. So I think I think those guys deserve lots and lots of credit for what they've done, and for the fact that so many of you backed it and signed the petition, and now we have a regular dialogue with the club's ownership. Now the Kroenkes, Josh Kroenke in particular, spoke about the ambition of the club and that we want to win the Premier League. That's great to hear, but I think we all understand that that's going to take small steps. It's not just going to be an overnight fix. We all know that we're going to need to invest in the right areas. We're going to need to improve as a football team on the pitch. And tighten up tactically if we're going to achieve those things. But first and foremost, we need to get back into the Champions League. That is the primary aim. I like the comment about Arsenal being proactive in the transfer market in January. It's nice to hear that. It's refreshing, and we are pretty happy with the summer's business in terms of the players that we've brought in and some of the ones that we've allowed to leave the club. But I feel like the Kroenkes have maybe put themselves under extra pressure by saying what they've said today. So it suggests that they are going to put their money where their mouth is. They are going to follow through with those actions, and that's the positive thing, isn't it? So feeling positive about the season. 2 wins out of 2, of course. Liverpool coming up at the weekend. I'll be dropping a short preview on that once Unai Emery gives his press conference, so stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, all the usual things. Just thought I'd put out some quick reaction to that interview, to that Josh Kroenke interview. Feeling positive. I'm on holiday, I'm having a nice break, and always nice to read positive Arsenal news, isn't it? Particularly when you've got not much to do and you're sitting there thinking about it day in, day out. So to have something nice to read is always good, and it's added to the enjoyment of my holiday, I'm not going to lie. Right, that brings us to the end of this short video, and we'll be back very, very soon with more. Like, subscribe, share, do what you got to do. Take care.